Okay, we are back for a recap and review for episode 5 of the Love Experiment. Y'all, look, I'm trying to figure out, did they take a break between a week or something? Because I felt like I was behind, but then I was like, oh, I'm right on it. Episode 5 just aired. Um, so this is what I was trying to recall. Last episode, Marz overheard Yannick and Jamal talking, and Yannick must have called Tamara T Rex, okay? And Marz heard it. She said she checked them on it, and we see in this episode. But that's what was going on. She wanted to see if I guess Jamal was gonna show his true colors, or did he? I don't know what happened, but we're gonna get into that this episode. Um, and then they all went away on the romantic getaway. So on the getaway is Marz and Ishan, Tamara and Jamal, Paige and Chris. Okay, and so yeah, so they're underway. The getaway is going good. But remember, they can either keep the person or eliminate them after the getaway. So we're gonna see how they take this time or what happens over this time. Okay, so they show Paige and Chris talking in the hot tub, and they talk about his like sexual experience or whatever. At the end of that conversation, Paige said that she admires and is attracted to the discipline that Chris has regarding the subject of sex, and so we'll see how far that goes. They show back the guys back at the hotel trying to see what they're doing, and Chuck is kind of feeling like slighted because Mars picked a new guy. Chuck just seems like a regular old, a regular guy. I mean, I don't know. He hasn't done anything to stand out to me yet, so we'll see how long he. But they did look like they had a connection with him and Mars went on that date when they went on the chocolate covered strawberries date. But watching Ishan and Mars on the getaway, I was getting huge friend vibes. Okay, huge friend vibes, and I was just like, when she gave him the side hug, I was just like, please stop it, stop it. Um, but I wanted to correct what I said in a couple of videos before this one, because for some reason I felt like I read somewhere that the show was filmed in 4 weeks, because I kept saying it on my past videos. I'm like, wow, they were able to film this in 4 weeks, and we got these other shows filming longer. Well, I further researched it, okay, and it's about 10 weeks, and they film in Vancouver. So I don't know, where I got that 4 weeks from, but my apologies. I just wanted to come and correct that. They do take about 10 weeks to film this show, okay? So, yeah, I wonder if where they're from. I got to watch that interview because they just had 2 months to just go and chill in Vancouver. I know that's right. Okay. Anyway, back to this. Okay. So yeah, Paige and Chris talk, and then they show the guys back to the house. And then the girls come back. They all go on a date with each of their guys on the romantic dinner. And so they get back, and this is when Mars decides, look, I gotta tell Tamara what's going on. So she pulls Tamara to the side and she tells Tamara about the T-Rex comment. And so Tamara immediately is like, upset about it. She's like, what? I'm gonna ask Jamal about the call, because Mars told her to ask him about a call with a call with Yannick. And so Yannick apparently said it to Jamal, okay? But Mars explains to her that she checked Yannick right out the gate and was like, don't be calling her out her name. Why you calling her that? This, that, and the other. But she just want to see if Jamal's gonna come clean. This situation is gonna get so crazy because it is like he say she say, as one of her friends is gonna point out. But it's like, you have something that you've been told, but nothing's actually happened that you can confirm. So are you going to go forward and be mad as if something actually happened and you confirmed that it happened? Or are you going to, just wait till you get all the facts? This situation is touchy because her friend is telling her something, and who's not going to believe their friend? So this is a tricky situation for everybody, because I'm pretty sure Mars feels some type of way too, because she had to come out and say, tell the information. So they're talking or whatever. And so Paige comes in and she's like, I wish that Mars would have told me this before she went to Tamara with it, because we needed to decide together. Like, is this something that she needs to hear right now? And I get it, but it is really no good time to tell stuff like that. And it's like, in some situations, the longer you wait, the worse off it is. So, that was, I don't envy them on that. Um, but Jamal really seems to like her. However, I can't tell if he's genuine. Not saying that he's faking, but I can't tell how deep he likes her. I should say that. Genuine is the wrong word. He's keeping his cool pretty well, I'll say. So they, the girls are talking before dinner, and so Tamara had it up in her mind that she was going to get the situation together, and she said, I'm asking them all of this stuff. I'm asking him all of this stuff at dinner. So she came to dinner ready. Marz is the one that brought it up. It was so tense. It looked like it was so tense at that table. It was ridiculous. And the crazy thing is, while it was just a situation between Marz and Tamara and Jamal, it affected everybody, because that's like, who wants to be sitting there in that nice resort or nice house or whatever on a little romantic getaway talking about this, and the guy that supposedly said it isn't even there. So everybody was kind of like irritated about that. But Tamara did also check Marz for holding the information for 3 days. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's certain people that if you know something and you're gonna say something, you better say something, because the longer you wait, it just, it's not good. Depends on the people though, but Tamara's one of those people that you need to tell her right away if you know something. Don't be holding back, because that made her, look at both of them with a side eye, even though, Marz is her good friend. Like, she was like, why didn't you tell me? You know what I mean? But I don't know. So Jamal, he says that he didn't say it. Jamal says that he didn't say it, he didn't hear it. He doesn't know what they're talking about. So looking at it from both sides, it's like Jamal's sitting here trying to enjoy the romantic getaway, and she keeps asking him about something that he don't even know that he was present when it happened, right? He's like, what are y'all talking about? Like, I'm not messing up my, what are we talking about? And so she keeps asking him, did you say that, this, that, and the other? And he's like, please don't ask me. He said, don't ask me that again, please. And he was really irritated. But, like I said, looking at it from both sides, I could see how he could be irritated if he really didn't say it. It could have been a miscommunication. Dude could have, I don't know. Like, this is really crazy. Like, did she hear what she heard? But I mean, I have to say that she heard what she heard, because she said she checked dude. Now, did she check dude? Did they have a conversation, or did she add that part? Like, she could have thought she heard it and didn't hear it. And if she would have really checked dude, he would have been like, I didn't say that. Because now that I think about it, if Marz checked the dude right on the spot about saying it, I would think that dude would be like saying something to Jamal about that. Jamal would have had to known that it happened, because if the dude said it and he got checked for it, he wouldn't even have relayed that he got checked. So therefore, Jamal would have known. So I don't think Marz checked dude on the spot. It's just some domino effects that should have happened after she checked him, to me, that should have made Jamal aware that the comment was made. So I don't know. We're gonna revisit that. We're gonna see what's gonna happen with that. But that's just my two cents. Or, so I don't know. This, like I said, Tamara can't really go forth and be mad about anything, because nobody's actually done anything. She doesn't have all the proof. And Chris pointed that out. Chris is a lawyer though, but like that's true. It's like, this is like somebody telling you your man cheated. You could go off of their word, but if you haven't like gone through the steps to find the proof, like, can you really be mad as if it actually happened? I don't know. But he got really, he even said in his cutaway scene, Jamal said that he got offended because she kept asking. Like, he was really clueless about this situation, and Tamara's all the way in her feels about it. It's affecting Marz. It's affecting the whole table or whatever. So then Tamara goes and talks to Paige and told her, about the whole thing, and how Jamal said that he was done with the conversation and please don't ask him again. And Paige was like, well, that sounds like you. You know what I'm saying? And Paige is kind of like, she thinks that Tamara's just not used to a guy that's not intimidated by her. And so, that's a conundrum. But like, the other thing is too, like, it is a good thing to have your friends or involved in this situation, but it's also a bad thing too, because look at what's happening with Marz. She thinks she heard something. She didn't cause the stink. What if we find out that she didn't hear what she thought she heard, and also she did not check that dude. I don't know. Ready to Love has me questioning everything, okay? With the way that they edit stuff, because we're not seeing all the conversations, so we don't really know how long that went on. Jamal could have been interrogated for 30 to 45 minutes about it, and he's still saying, I didn't say that, I didn't hear it. I don't know what the hell y'all are talking about. So I guess this is another one of the things that could happen if you got one of your friends there or whatever. But then the good thing is that like Paige is telling her, look, it sounds just like something you would do. So anyway, she points that out to Tamara. So and then she also points out to Tamara at this point also that this is all he say she say. Like you can't really just go and act off of he say she say. Like for real, she had a good point right there. But Jamal could get sent home when it's time to eliminate, because Tamara is really feeling some type of way about this. So it's like the dilemma here is you have your friend who's like a sister saying she heard somebody say something about you, and then you have the dude that you like saying that he don't know what the hell y'all talking about. So like, what do? Do you just chill, or do you just get mad as if something happened? Like, this is really, maybe she should have told her what she first heard, and they could have avoided this whole thing. And Jamal may not have even made it on the romantic getaway at that point, depending on how she felt. But who knows? What do y'all think? In the comments below, let me know what you think about this he say, she say thing. Like, do you believe your friend regardless? Like, what are you doing? I can just imagine how Marz probably feels too, because I'm sure she's not trying to sabotage anything with her, I don't think. And she's just probably like, dang, I was just trying to help. So that's why I learned a long time ago, do not carry messages, because people will shoot the messenger, okay? You can be right sometimes and still get the bullet as a messenger. But anyway, the ladies get a text and that tells them it's time to reflect and decide on whether they're going to eliminate any of the guys that are on the romantic getaway. So Tamara calls the relationship expert, which is another reason why I like this. Like, she's feeling some type of way, right? She got to talk to somebody. She already talked to her friends, but she can reach out to this relationship expert to get a little bit more, you know, insight on what she might do or whatever. And so the relationship expert tells her, after she explains the situation, she like, I just want to know how you handled it. So she explains to her how she handled it or whatever. And so her end advice was to tell her to look for reasons why Jamal should stay. Don't look at the other, reasons. Don't look at other reasons of like what you find negative about him. Look at the reasons why you would keep him, right? And I don't know. We didn't hear the rest of that conversation either, so I don't know whether she touched on anything else. But that is good advice, because misunderstandings do happen. And what if she cut him over that, and then come to find out her friend didn't even hear what she heard, and then she lied about saying that she checked the guy on the spot? Like, I don't know. For some reason, my spirit is telling me that's what happened. She, it sounds like something she should say, but I don't know. She might have checked him too. Who knows? Who knows, man? Who knows? I digress. Okay. So, they're showing shots of Ishan and stuff that he's saying about Marz, and he wants her to see him so bad, but she's distracted with this whole drama situation with Tamara and Jamal and Yannick, and she's saying that she's feeling best friend vibes. So I don't know how that's gonna go. But they all sit down and have dinner at the getaway, and Paige is really feeling Chris until at dinner, Chris makes a statement after Ishan asked if they had hierarchies in their family, and Chris said, "Well, what my dad says goes, and that's how it should be." And he went on to say that this God, the Father, the Mother, and the children, and that's how he sees things or whatever. So Paige is like, hold up, red flags all the way." And she said also, had Ishan not asked the question, she wouldn't even know. So I guess that little group meeting or group dinner was good for bringing out extra questions and stuff. But Jamal doesn't agree with how Chris is sitting there talking at the table, and this is another situation where I'm like, how long are they talking, right? Like, how long are they having these conversations, and what else is being said? Because that also adds a little more context to it. But nonetheless, Paige sees this as a red flag, and Chris keeps digging himself deeper and deeper into the hole. Okay. Jamal in his cutaway said that Chris shouldn't have said that. Chris might go home too. And then the word submissive comes up. Okay. This word, along with a few others, causes a lot of back and forth conversation between men and women. Okay. A lot of people don't like that word. So, um, you know, it doesn't look like it went good. So now they're at the getaway elimination conversation, and Marz is telling Ishan that it's something there, and she's just not sure what. But she thought about how he treated her on that romantic getaway and how she was distracted and feeling down, and he was right there fixing her plate, checking on her, and stuff like that. So she says she's going to keep him for now. Okay, so then Tamara tells Jamal how she felt about the whole T-Rex situation, and she's like, I got jokes too. Just talk to me, and we'll be all right. And so Marz is still feeling some type of way because they haven't proved anything. You know what I mean? But she decides that she's gonna keep Jamal. She's gonna overlook this and keep Jamal. Okay. That means that they can have later conversations about it once they get back to the hotel and Yannick is there because Yannick is a part of this. Okay. Um, but that was her choice. And then Paige tells Chris that they had incredible times. She listed all those times that they had, and then she said she had already decided to keep him. After she said that, he immediately said, "Oh, thank you, thank you." And then she came with the big ass butt. Okay, she was like, "But," and then she recounts the conversation that he had where he was talking about how when his dad says goes and his woman better submit to him. No, he didn't really say it like his woman better submit to him, but that's what was coming off. Okay, that's the energy he was giving. And she said he didn't even address the ladies while they were having that conversation. So that is kind of strange that he didn't even include them. I didn't even realize that. I did see when she got up and said, they're not talking to us anyway, or he just wants to talk to them. I don't know, but I want to know how long that conversation lasted because she really felt some type of way about it enough to not bring him back to the mountain, or what, not leave him in the mountains, I guess they were saying. So he's not going back to the hotel. He got cut. He felt really bad about being eliminated. And that leaves Paige with one person now. So Chris is irritated. They show him as he's leaving and in his cutaway, and he's upset because she decided to eliminate him off of a few sentences. But that is how some stuff goes. So, but the crazy thing is, they had those two situations. The Chris situation in the kitchen at dinner where he was talking about being submissive and what his father says goes. And then you had the situation with Jamal where he supposedly let somebody call Tamara a name, right? But Tamara was able to look over that situation and keep him. But Paige decided off of what she heard him say, she was not going to keep him. So that's why I want to know, like I said, how long the conversation was. And is that, what would you do? Would you have eliminated him right there? Or would you have been like, you know what? Let me see if there's more to him than this kind of conversation. So I don't know. So then they all head back to the hotel except for Chris because he didn't got eliminated, and they get to go join the other guys. Justin is gonna be so excited when he find out that Chris got cut, y'all. I'm telling you, he's gonna be so excited. And then the other two have to narrow down their choices. Okay, so the ladies get to so the ladies get another text and say that they get to enter the hall alone. It's called the Hall of No Regrets now. And they will have guys in there that they already met or already have eliminated. So I don't know if already met means somebody that was not initially on the show. I don't think so because they already had the certain number of bachelors they were using. But the girls had a conversation about that in their little breakaway scene that could it be one of their exes. So I don't know. They just don't know who's going to be in the Hall of Regrets, but they have already met or seen them before, and so they'll get to double back. Now, I feel like that is another part that this show is covering their bases on. Like, it's not gonna be like, oh, I met you for this amount of time and then you sent me home and you never see me again. They get to actually circle back and look at the guy again after some time has passed and stuff like that. So it's going to be interesting to see, one, who's in the Hall of No Regrets, and two, who do they pick if they pick anybody. Okay, the hall has been open 3 times so far. This is going to be the 4th time the hall is open. um and this is going to be their final chance, and their goal is to lock in their final three. Okay. I don't know. The ladies don't know who's going to be in there. So I can't wait the next episode. I still got to go watch that interview with Crystal XO. Life has just been happening, but I'm still here. Lots of good things going on. I want y'all to get in the comments below. Let me know if you're watching this show. Let me know what you think so far. It's on episode 5. I'm Damita Joe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.